there's no CMT down here. What's going on? She was like, well, is such and such still there? I said, I don't know. I just came in. I don't know who's here. I'm on my floor. I don't see anybody around but the nurse I'm giving a report to. I'm like, I don't know. I just got here. I don't know. I'm asking you. You should know the schedule because you're the person who they title scheduler or schedule coordinator. You're supposed to coordinate all of this, okay? Is it just me or is it just me?
You got to coordinate. Most people don't coordinate. See, you got to coordinate.
What's up, fam? Oh my goodness. So I just got into this facility, this 2 strand. I'm gonna stop messing with my hair, yeah, I swear. I'm gonna leave her alone, let her grow, let her be. So I just got into this facility and it's not too far from my house, right? It's not too far from my house. And it's a pretty decent facility. I used to really, like when I first came here, I was like, oh, I like it here. And then it just like kind of became like real ghetto real fast. So I want to just tell you how my shift has been thus far. It's only 3:30. I got here at 2:30. And I got a report from the nurse. She told me that she has like 30 patients and she didn't have any help as a CMT. So basically she said a CMT from another floor came down to help her. And once they came down, supposedly like they only helped on one half of the floor, then they went back upstairs to help the other nurse. But on the other floor, there's only 15 patients. And one nurse, no CMT. So she was like, I have 30 patients. Why are you splitting this floor that has 30 people with somebody who got only 15 people? Why not just be the CMT down here helping me because I have 30 people? So anyhow, she was just got frustrated with everything. She just said, forget it. So when I come in, I go ahead and I call the staffing coordinator because I'm like, hey, there's no CMT down here. What's going on? She was like, well, is such and such still there? I said, I don't know. I just came in. I don't know who's here. I'm on my floor. I don't see anybody around but the nurse I'm giving a report to. I'm like, I don't know. I just got here. I don't know. I'm asking you. You should know the schedule because you're the person who they title scheduler or schedule coordinator. You're supposed to coordinate all of this, okay? Is it just me or is it just me? Right? So that happens. And I'm talking to the person and I'm like, okay, so they were like, oh, the nurse that's up on the 4th floor is supposed to come down and help you. I said, so when you say help, what do you mean exactly? She was like, I said, what are they supposed to help? Like, how are they supposed to help? She was like, well, of course they're going to come down and help. Like, they going to help pass meds. Of course. Like, what you think, they'll just stare at you? I said, is there a problem? She's like, no. You asking me if the person's going to come down, if the person's going to help, they going to either, I said, so what does that mean, for them to help? She said, either they're going to take half the floor or they're going to come down half the time and I'm like, I need specifics. I said, okay, well, thank you so much. Bye. And I hung up the phone, right? Because of me, I need specifics. Just for you to say somebody's going to come help, that could come and pass meds to 2 people and leave. I need specific things that can be done or that will be done so I know how to plan my shift because I'm here by myself with 30 patients and you expect me to be the nurse and the CMT. Okay. So I then get a report from the nurse. She's giving me a report. Everything's gravy. We talking back and forth about this other place she ended up going to and she didn't know it was a COVID facility and she 3 months pregnant and she was like, they tried to give me a COVID patient. Blah, blah, blah. We were just talking, kikiing, right? Agency nursing it up. So then I call up to the 4th floor where there's 15 patients and a nurse plus a nurse that's there as a CMT. And I'm like, can I speak to such and such? Person comes on the phone. I said, hi, I'm Brandy. I'm the nurse on the 2nd floor. I just wanted to know, would you still be coming down to pass the meds? And the person's like, oh, well, yeah, I'll be back down there to pass out the meds. I said, okay, so, around what time will you come? He's like, whatever you need me, when you need me to come. I said, well, can you come can you come down for dinner, basically? And I was like, can you do such and such hall? Because the day nurse ended up telling me, said, if you're going to have him come down, just go ahead and have him help you on this floor because it's the heaviest floor as far as meds. She said, just have him help you down there. So I said, work on that floor for me. And he's like, okay, because usually I don't come back down. So you here for 16 hours and there's 15 patients upstairs And you telling me that you don't come back down to help the nurse with 30 patients? And I just talked to the staffing coordinator and they said, oh, such and such is going to come help you. This is why I asked the staffing coordinator, what is this person going to do specifically? Because you're here telling me what they're going to do, but you didn't tell them what they're going to do. So you expect me, the nurse, the agency nurse, to tell this person what to do when you're the staffing coordinator and you should be calling them before I come in and say, hey, there is also no CMT on evening shift on this floor. I'm going to need you to go down there and do this at such and such time. Then you call me, the nurse that's coming in, call me and say, hey, you don't have a CMT on the schedule, but the nurse from the 4th floor is going to come down and pass such and such meds from such and such times. Okay. So that there's no conflict. Instead of you getting on the phone acting ghetto and getting an issue with me, I'm calling you trying to see how you going to do your job. I want to just come in and be the nurse. I don't want to have to come in and be the staffing coordinator as well as the nurse. And I'm calling you, the person who's supposed to do this job, I'm calling said person while they're at home doing nothing. I'm calling them to ask them how they going about doing their job. Like, and that person getting an attitude with me. And then I call the person that you said supposed to come help me and they say, well, I usually don't come down there and help. Does that make sense, y'all? It don't make no sense. But it's okay. Like I said, I got the phone. I said, well, thank you so much. I said this to the staff. Thank you so much. Bye. And I'm going to do my job. And then a nurse comes down from another floor. Was like, y'all ain't supposed to have 3 of these things down here. She's talking about the vital sign card. So it's 3 vital sign cards down there. And when we did our med count, so we count our controls or whatever, right? Once we counted the controls, they count a smoke key that they use for the smokers to take them out to smoke. And they also count a thermometer, right? So as she's taking one of the vital sign carts off the floor, she said, you ain't supposed to have 3. I must have took this from somewhere else. I said, okay. I said, oh, well, that black thermometer right there, that's part of our med count. She said, well, it must have been something else because they must have just put 2nd floor on here because this was part of the other count. I said, well, I don't know about that. But when I counted with morning nurse, that was part of the count. So I'm going to need you to keep that down here. Thank you. I asserted myself today, okay? And she was like, okay, well, and I said, I'll look around and see if there's another thermometer, but take that up with the regular nurse because I'm just going off of what I counted because I can only be responsible for what I have right now. And what it looks like to me is that this is part of the med count. They must have just put that. So I show her in the med count paperwork. This has been on here since last year. Since June of last year, they've been counting this thermometer. So I know what to tell you. Take it up with the regular nurse because right now on my shift, this is our thermometer. Like, why do we gotta do like a thermometer? Really? Thermometer? But anyhow, I did the count with the nurse. I did the report with the nurse. I called and got on scheduling. And then I went ahead and went through all of my rooms and I checked on all my patients. So definitely, if you don't do like report where you go room to room, definitely like look at your patients like as soon as you get a report. I definitely recommend that. Sometimes you get out of the habit of doing that because you're like, let me just look at the computer and start doing something, or somebody calls you or somebody is asking for this or asking for that. But get an eye on your patients like as soon as you come in, right? It's really important to do that. But I know sometimes it's not, tangible. It's not able to do that, but try your best to make that a habit to just look at your patients as soon as you come in and then look at them, every such and such amount of time. Set some type of schedule for yourself or some type of, parameters for yourself. But let me go out here and start looking at the TAR to see if I have any treatments and then looking to see what AccuChecks I have to do and then start passing my 4 to 5 o'clock meds. All right, you all. I love you. Bye. Yeah. So my shift technically in the app ended at 10:30, right? But I know they just had that in there wrong. That's like the CNA schedule. And I'm supposed to leave at 11. So here it is, 11 o'clock. I'm so busy working and getting stuff done I go ahead and do my last rounds on everybody. Come to realize there's nobody here. Not a CNA, not another nurse, not no CMC. Me and the residents, me and 29 residents, that's all that's here. Nobody has come in to work. So I went ahead and called another floor. Was like, do y'all have a nighttime supervisor or something? Because like nobody is here. She was like, I'm gonna call the staffing number and then I'll call you back. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, I'm ready to go. And then on top of that, y'all, I cannot get the narcotics box to open. Like, it will not open up. I tried it. That's when I was coming off the elevator. I tried it, and the CNA tried it, the CMC tried it. None of us can get it open. So I'm like, oh my gosh. Yeah, so I'm like, nobody has got narcs. There's only 2 people that needed narcs tonight, but I haven't been able to give out narcs. I was gonna see if the night nurse can open it. Like, if it's like a little trick. Maybe it always do that. And maybe she got a little trick to open it up. But ain't nobody here, so I'm just gonna chart that I didn't give it, because I'm waiting, because I can still give it to these people, but this is crazy. I'm ready to go. So the person from another floor just called me back and was like, nobody's picking up the phone. Isn't this exactly what I said earlier? I don't even know if I told y'all that. Like, nobody is picking up the phone. And then I talked to the receptionist earlier, and she was going back and forth about all this stuff that was happening with the person supposed to be doing staffing. Y'all, I'm so ready to get my sheet signed and leave these keys sitting right here and walk off. But that would be job abandonment, because there's no one here. I text the number to see if they will respond back, but this is ridiculous. Oh, I'm so glad I did not pick up a shift tomorrow. I started to, but I went ahead and took it back, and I picked up at another location, because this ain't right. This is not right. I feel like if you're a staffing person and you're not in the building, you should be calling the facility and be like, hey, how many people y'all got? Who came in? Who didn't come in? Okay, got you. Let me call some folks. No, we got to keep calling you, texting you for you to still not respond. This is why I am not anybody's regular nurse right now. Like, I'm not. This is why I don't want to stay in long-term care. Like, this is why. It's extremely unprofessional. Extremely. And they want you to do the most. When I tell you the most, y'all, like, they want y'all to work hard as hell for, a few pieces of change and for a whole lot of headache. Like, it's crazy. This is ridiculous. Like, what would y'all do? Let me know. What would you do? What would you do? I'm sitting here. I'm going to go ahead and try to call them again. And of course, she's going to have a whole attitude. But it's just like, look, I don't work for y'all. Like, I'm ready to go. It's 11 o'clock at night. Like, I need to get home. And I'm working an evening shift tomorrow. And I need to study for school. And I got a whole life at home I'm trying to take care of. Like, I don't want to be at your facility this damn late. Let me calm down. I'm not really mad. I'm just like, this is just, like, how are they allowing this to happen? This is why people do not want to work for these facilities, is because they just let so much stuff go on. And it'd be like the smallest thing. Like, this could be easily taken care of. You're the staffing coordinator. Make yourself available. Call the facility. Be available. Like, do your fucking job. Okay, yeah. Let me go. Okay, yeah. So it is 11:30. I'm walking to my car. So I end up texting the staff person. They never even reply, right? And then I end up calling the nurse on the 4th floor again. And I was like, hey, do you have the number to the, DON or ADON? And she was like, let me see. And then the way she said it, I was like, who is this? And then she told me who she was. Yeah, I was like, come to find out, we actually went to nursing school together, right? And I was like, girl, this is Brandy. She's like, oh, girl, I'm finna come down there and get them keys from you so you can go home. It's like, thank you, boo. Because you know I'm ready to go. So it pays to be nice and to be cool with people. So you can get your ass up out of these facilities. So I gave her the key. I was like, girl, open this dang on box for me. I cannot get this freaking med cart to open. Yeah, I was trying to open the wrong damn box. I said, really? This whole shift? She said, you had a lot going on, girl. Don't even worry about it. So I ended up giving my little medicine I had to give and charting and everything. But y'all, that person never replied to my text. I kept calling. She never called back. Called the DON. DON didn't even call. So she took my keys. I gave a report. I did rounds on everybody, checked on everybody. Everybody was breathing. Okay, everybody was breathing when I left. And that's that. And then earlier in the shift, like, I don't know, maybe close to 10 o'clock, a CNA called from the agency. And she's like, hey, you know, I just want to see if you all need any aids tonight. I can come pick up. I said, you know what, do you have a staffing number? She was like, yeah. I said, because that's really the only person that, you know, can get you in. I was like, I really don't have no idea what's short, what's not, because I can't just say, oh, come on in, girl. Because I can't approve your shift. You know, in order for you to get paid for your shift, somebody has to approve you from the facility. Like, I'm a agency staff, you know, myself. So I can't go on the computer and, you know, I don't do that. Somebody from here does that. So anyhow, she was like, yeah, I contacted them. Nobody's picking up the phone. I was like, well, you can try to text them and see if that helps. I was like, I don't know. She's like, I'm going to try to call again like around 10:30 and see if you all need anybody. She's like, but if they need somebody, just have them call me. I will definitely come in. I was like, okay, cool. I said, well, let me get your number just in case. Because I thought that they would at least have like a nighttime supervisor that might be able to do something. Y'all, this place used to be a little bit better than this now. It used to be a little bit. And what's so crazy is it's rarely is it the patients. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes, especially when you go 4 out into the county, these patients and their families are off the chain ridiculous. Like, some of these family members are crazy. Like, they be having you try to do the most. But rarely, honestly, rarely is it the patients. It's usually the facility is just ran horribly. Like, that's usually what it is, y'all. It's not the patients. Like, the patients are sick, you take care of them, it is what it is. But it's the fact that they run these places horribly. This staffing person, there's no reason why 10:30, 11 o'clock, you're not picking up your phone. I'm on a floor with 29 patients and nobody showed up. The nurse didn't show up and the aides didn't show up. And you got an aide that's trying to come in and work. And you not doing nothing. Your mailbox is completely full. Nobody can leave a mess. Like, that person, they need to get that together. They do, because that is unacceptable. It just is. Like, I'm so heated because it's just like, your job is so simple. You literally just have to call 3 times out the shift, out the day, and be like, hey, who y'all got there? Okay, great. Let me go ahead and get some people some calls and see what's going on. I'm gonna call you back. That's all you gotta do. You're at home doing staffing. Like, you, out of your day, you're probably spending maybe 2 to 3 hours out the day doing staffing work. You got the rest of the day to yourself and you chilling, you getting paid. So what's the problem? Like, ooh, that just pisses me off, because, you know, it's what everybody like to say is it's the patients that are actually, you know, that are suffering. And it's true. It's true. Y'all facility has like 90-something% agency. It's probably no regular staff at that facility right now. Like, at this moment. Especially now, because ain't nobody, it's a whole floor with nobody on it, right? So I'm so grateful that homegirl had took the keys from me, because I usually be seeing her here and there at different places, and we always had a good rapport with each other. But honey, when she ready to go off on somebody, she'll go clean it off on you. But she real sweet, got a real sweet voice, real chill, calm, cool, and collected. But when she ready to go off, she go clean off. I love people like that. I love people like that, because it's just like throw you off, or you be like, dang. sheesh. Anyhow, it be Capricorns that be like that too. They be real chill, but when they ready to go off on you, they ready to go off, clean off. Anyhow, what was I about to say? Then she had told me, she said, who is this nurse that's here? She's like, this same nurse is the same nurse that don't even come in here till 1 o'clock in the morning anyways. They don't stroll in till about 1 in the morning. I was like, girl, you serious? Like that is so like honey, it goes down on a night shift, child. I don't know. I really do not know. They do the most. Yeah, I'm trying to get some Boo at the Zoo tickets for my kids, and I'm not able to pay for it. Like, it's not letting me pay for it. And I really want my babies to go. We done ordered their costumes and everything. And I'm like, I'm trying to buy these tickets. I'm going to try to do it on my laptop. Maybe that'll be easier. Because I really want my babies to go. My especially my oldest. She's like, is it Halloween yet? Is it Halloween yet? Is it Halloween yet? And then every time somebody knock on the door, the little one be like, trick or treat, trick or treat. I'm like, y'all don't know nothing about this stuff. And yeah, well, I told my oldest, she was like, when my birthday? I said, well, you gotta wait for Halloween. After Halloween, your birthday gonna come. So she keep waiting for Halloween, but they're gonna have fun nonetheless. But yeah, I had a really good day though. My energy has been like really good today. It's been really high. I've been meal prepping. I didn't get a chance to go to the gym because I've been editing this video that's been taking me a little minute to edit, but that's cool because I actually sat down and focused and edited a video. But I didn't go to the gym, but I did drink my fluids. I didn't eat any junk food, and I did good. I didn't spend any money. I just been eating my meal prep food, so I've been doing pretty good. But yeah, that's how my night was. Let me know, what would you do? I'm so grateful she was there. Y'all don't know how grateful I was that she's there, because I would still be up there. I probably would have texted the DON. So unprofessional. I wish I had her number. I'm gonna want to text her and be like, girl, so what ended up happening? But I don't got her number. And I don't think she on Facebook. But anyways, I'm so glad that I did not pick up a shift tomorrow there. I'm at another facility. I'm so glad that I just went ahead and canceled it. That's why I do my shifts like pretty much day to day. I know some people, they like to do their shifts like a week ahead, 2 weeks ahead. They like to just have their stuff set up. I don't like that, because if I go somewhere and it's a problem, I don't want to have to come there for the next 5 days and keep dealing with said problem or problems. Okay, I don't want to do that. So I kind of play things as they are and just go from there. That's just how I like to be. And I might give you a week or two, and then I'll come back. Like at this place, I picked up, I think last week it was chill. And then before that, it had been at least like a month since I had picked up. So it had been a minute since I picked up. But yeah. All right, y'all. Love you all. You all have a good day, good night. Good vibes. I really, really love you all. I got this test coming up Friday, so I'm doing I met with my instructor, and she was just telling me, like, just do a little bit every day. Like, just do a little bit of studying every day. Don't just sit down and try to get 5-8 hours of studying done in one day. No, just do a little bit. So when I do get home, I am gonna sit down even for like 10 minutes and do this little study guide that she has for us. It's an interactive study guide. I'm gonna just look at that for like 10 minutes before I go to bed, and just go from there. Just something for today. I didn't have a lot of time to like look at my flashcards and stuff at work, but yeah, that's that, y'all. I love y'all. Bye. Hey you all, so I am at home. My face is a little oily. I just put like all this oil and like creams on my face to get my face nice and together. That freaking mask broke me out. Anyways, so I got my agua. Drink your water, sis. And I am about to, like I said, do a few minutes of this interactive study guide that my teacher posts. Let me just show you what it looks like real quick. She's really cool for posting this. Like, I appreciate her for doing this. So, see, try not to show her name, but it looks like this, and then like you can do, so I'm gonna do some peds gastrointestinal. I think I already did part of this though. But anyways, this is what it looks like. Like, she'll say, hey, kidney disease prioritization, and then it's like you click on one thing and it kind of tells you about, like, this is acute glomerulonephritis. The systolic blood pressure has increased to 20 mm's Hg overnight. So it's kind of like helps you to prioritize which patients you should see. And she was like, this is the best way to study for my test, is to do these freaking study guides. So this is her interactive study guide that she has us do. I'm just gonna go through, like I said, give it a few minutes. I'm gonna watch some Girlfriends while I do it. And I got on my malachite. I don't even know if y'all can see it. Got on my malachites. Protection. I'm gonna go ahead and charge it. But yeah, that's that shit.